JJM mission that has drawn you into work with Youth for Christ?
Bottom line is this, because Christ loves and died for them as well. So when I sit down with a 16-year-old kid on the 5th floor in Juvenile Detention Center, and he's looking me straight in the eye with fear in his eyes, and he's saying, am I going to hell? I said, why do you ask that question? He says, because I'm in here for murder. So that's why I'm there, to tell him about Christ and that, that's not your ultimate destiny.
Amen. I will just say this, let me just make this clear. So when I walked into that detention center, I wasn't a tourist. So if you get invited to go to Cook County Detention Center to be with Derek Polansky, which I would encourage you to do, you will go in there and you will not be a guest or a tourist. After you take your tie and your coat off, Derek hands you a Bible, and he says, you're going to have the opportunity to share the message of Christ with kids who are going to look you in the eye and who come into focus in a very vivid kind of way. And I will never forget a young man by the name of Nagus, that we sat in his pod across from you, and I talked to him about the love of Jesus. So thank you on behalf of the mission for what you're doing for lost kids, living into that Matthew 25 calling. Now I know you have a little interview you want to do yourself. I see Mr. Voigt over here. Here's the microphone. I'll give it to you.
Okay, thank you. So yes, we go in, we build teams to go in, to share the love of Christ, to share Bible studies, and one person who has come in with me is this short guy right next to me. He's up here. And Rick, I just want to ask you one question, or a couple questions. I just want to ask you, when you came in and you sat down in their space, in their setting, and you had this kid looking across from you, first off, what were you thinking at that moment, and what did God put on your heart at that moment?
A couple things. And if you ever get a chance to do this, get papered for jail, it's not that hard here, is it? It's you're skiing the double black diamond runs at Vail. It's incredible. It's in terms of how I was moved or how the kid.
How did you view that kid? So what was your first initial reaction?
Fear. and then it's so funny the way this guy rolls, because Dan's right. We go into a barracks of 40 young men, teenagers. He goes, who wants Bible study and prayer? 38 of them go into the room, and the guards are all absolutely astonished. And so pretty quickly you realize that prison strips away the danger and the gang thing, and I suddenly saw that young man. And there's one guy, you're thinking of that small young gangbanger. We're at this little table bolted down. These kids, 3 of these kids had Bibles, and these are the cruddiest Bibles in the world. But these kids have everything underlined, it'd be like a Gideon's Bible in a hotel room. And you see what sweet souls they are really fast. And this kid looked at me with his Somalian face, 16-year-old. He said, Mr. Voigt, how do I deal with temptation? And I just kind of melted in the spirit right then and there, because God, you realize that the gift to me is how much God loves us. And Dan, I haven't really connected the dots on that one yet. It may be a while, but I'm just so blown away by it.
So we see these kids. A lot of people are afraid of these kids. A lot of people think that, yes, they deserve to be there. They did do a crime, but let's lock them away. And that's not the case. So we're there to tell them that they can have new life in Christ, and you're not forgotten. And once volunteers go in and see that, they see these kids for who they really are. And they're just kids. And they are loved by Jesus. Thanks, Rick.
And just a PS, they're incredibly resilient. So when you're in a prison deal and you just see these are the kids that are loved by their grandmothers and mothers, and they're just great people. It's an incredible privilege just to be with them.
Well, thank you, Rick. Appreciate it.
And Rick, we go from a friend who recently left the private bank side of Maryland